Jai Hind to everyone. Okay, let's start with our Buddha Vandana. Let me share my screen.
Will be please come on the phone. That will be great. Okay, so we'll call you soon. Not a problem. Thank you.
Okay, so Mahesh, do you want to kind of like should we go ahead with the Buddha Vandana or Bhanteji will guide us?
Yes, Bhanteji, I just call Bhanteji Sandeep, and he is outside, so he asked me to give 5 more minutes.
Okay, so let's have the Buddha Vandana in the meantime.
Yes.
Okay.
And the Kavita Nirmal Vaman, she said her internet is not working there, so we probably need to call her.
Okay.
So she will be on the call. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's get started. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyam buddham sharanam gacchami. Dutiyam dhammam sharanam gacchami. Dutiyam sangham sharanam gacchami. Tatiyam buddham sharanam gacchami. Tatiyam dhammam sharanam gacchami. Tatiyam sangham sharanam gacchami. Panatipata Veeramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Adinadana Veeramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Kame Vichakshara Veeramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Musa Vada Veeramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Suramadhana Veeramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Sadhu. Okay, thank you for the time. Okay. I'll meet you guys now. Okay. Mahesh, I will make you as a presenter, and we'll wait on for Bhante to join.
Yes.
In the meantime, is anyone having any announcements, anything to share about the forthcoming long weekend event or
Yes.
wait?
And Sandeep, we will wait for Bhanteji. Bhanteji asked me to call after 5 minutes, so I will wait for him. And also, we would like to call the Kavita Nirmal Vaman from your side. So I will call Bhanteji from my side.
Okay.
And once Bhanteji is done, you please call to Kavita.
Sure, I can do that.
You have her number, right?
I'll check up in the email.
Okay.
It should be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
And before Bhanteji comes, friends, we are planning to celebrate annual program. It's a joint program between ANA and NIM. It's on the May 23, 24, 25th. I will share who is joining to this event. Right now, we got confirmation from the couple members. So I am the presenter. Share my desktop. So again, guys, we got a couple confirmation from the members. So we have around 23 people are joining to this program right now as of today, and we would like to finalize this thing by make the advance payment to the location which we are going. Again, it's on the 1 hour or 1.5 hour south to the Pittsburgh. It's in the Pennsylvania, very 1 hour from the Ohio file area. So that's the plan right now. So please, if anyone like to join this program, please welcome. And again, we are taking the advance booking as we are paying to the cabin in advance. So we are taking the advance booking, first come, first served. Again, please do not rush. So please try to pay on time so that you can make your reservation confirm. So that's pretty much. And the cabin location, I can give that one. Hold on a second. Cabin location is okay. I think I need to find the link. Cabin location. Hold on a second. So quickly. Okay, I will share the cabin location, guys. In the meantime, I need to find the email, but there is a message from the Anil Gaikwadji that he is also publishing the book this twice, April 2014 issue release. So, Gaikwadji, you want to proceed a little further? Sandeep Gaikwadji wants to speak a little bit about his Buddhist Wise release coming up. And in the meantime, I will get the Bhanteji.
Sure, I'll make it a
Yeah, Jai Bhim, everybody.
Jai Manilji.
Yeah. In fact, in between we couldn't publish 3, 4 issues, and we again continue with our Buddhist Wise. There were some difficulties, technical difficulties, and that's why we could not release the issue. But now we have released the April issue, and here onwards we will be continuously publishing because all technical issues have been sorted out. And this issue is being an election issue, election month in India. So our main focus was on what is the future of Ambedkarites or Dalits in India, about their political future. So there are some articles I think I suggest that everybody should read. And there is one article by Mr. Vidya Bhushan Rawat. He is talking about how the right wing is going to attack the constitution and how they have planned to change it. So that is a very important article. I think everybody should read it. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Mahesh.
Thank you very much. I will go get the Bhanteji quickly right now. Okay, thank you. फोन कुठे ठेवला रे Okay. Hold on a second, guys.
आज पार्टी डे होगा.
Okay. Everyone, guys, we are just waiting on Bhante to join. Mahesh is trying to call Bhante, so just wait for a few more minutes, please. Sorry for the delay.
Sandeep, actually, the Bhanteji is in some other program right now, so he is stepping out from there
Okay.
a little bit. So,
Okay. Do you want to share the address? I also have the address. Do you want me to share it, or we are good?
yeah, you go ahead and share it in the meantime, and I'm calling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll share the address, guys. This is again. Give me a sec. Trying to utilize the time over here. My laptop is taking time. Okay. 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 Can you guys see my screen? Here is the address for which. Here is the address in Pennsylvania, where it has like 7 bedrooms and 5 baths, total beds capacity of 23 to 25 people, and we always do adjust here and there, but again I think it's first come first serve, and here are the kind of details in terms of renting, pricing, and all that. So kids are free though, but for every adult, it's $150 for 3 nights. That is kind of $50 per day, and we have to confirm, like most of members have already kind of provided the sum. So if you guys are joining, then confirm soon and send out your deposit or the amount as soon as you can. Any questions, guys? Anyone is having any question? Okay.
Then guys, I'm trying to connect Banteji, but his phone is kind of switched off.
Mahesh, let me do one thing then. Okay, if Bantiji is taking this long, it's almost kind of like 15 minutes.
Okay.
We can call Kavita Vaman. We can get her started with her talk.
Okay, not a problem.
And then whenever Bantiji joins, we can fill in. So let me call Mahesh. In the meantime, do you want to give an introduction about Advocate Kavita? I'll call her.
Problem. I will do that.
Three.
Hello guys, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm trying to reach Bante Siddharatna, and unfortunately he went to some other program, even though he was knowing that he wants to come to the online Vihara. But in the meantime, we are trying to call the advocate Kavita Nirmala Vaman, and she is going to speak about the Ambedkarite movement today. Advocate Kavita Nirmala Vaman is very active in the Pune area. She is a lecturer at SNBP Law College. She is a professor there, and she is also the organizer of the Buddha Sangharsha Samiti, and also holds the position of a president for the Swamdeep NGO. There is a NGO running in Pune area. So she is the president also. So she is going to speak today about Ambedkarite movement. Again, her internet is not working at her side, so she is going to join on the phone. So go ahead, Sandeep. If she is on the call, then please.
हा, मी संदीप फुलके बोलतोय. मी आना विहारा सेशनहून कॉल करतोय आणि मला महेशने सांगितलंय की तुमच्या इंटरनेटला काही इश्यू येत आहे, तर फोनवरच आपण हा तुमचा आजचा टॉक घेऊ. ओके. तर तुम्ही रेडी असाल आता तर वी कॅन गेट स्टार्टेड. Okay, so let me kind of like introduce again for a minute. Mahesh has already given an overview. So guys, like I have Advocate Kavita Nirmala Vaman, and Mahesh has already given her introduction. She is going to speak on the topic how we can contribute in Ambedkarite movement. So Advocate Kavita, please go ahead. कविता जी तुम्ही बोलू शकता आता. हॅलो. हॅलो. ॲडव्होकेट कविता कनेक्शन म्हणजे फोन डिस्कनेक्ट झाला होता. सो आय एम ट्राइंग अगेन. Can you please start your talk for the day?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So again, like we have around 15 families on the call so far, around like around 30-40 people, and so we already gave you introduction and all that, and told them your inconvenience about coming on the web on the internet, but we can get started with the call now.
Okay. Maybe within 15 to 20 minutes my internet will start.
No, that's fine because people are waiting. We have a timeline. And maybe we'll have one more session where we'll definitely would love you to kind of like interact in person. But just in interest of time, let's go ahead and have this talk now. Okay.
But before talking on the subject directly, I would like to know that how many people are saying or agreed on the point that it's annihilation of the caste is the basic purpose of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar movement as such.
Okay. So
because I am not a general speaker who talks like this and going on talking, but I would like to discuss something. And that's what I answered the mail also in the same fashion that I would like to discuss on certain issues, and then thereafter I will come what we should contribute or what we can contribute towards the Ambedkar movement as well.
Right. That's a very good way. Whatever you are asking and the approach you are planning to take, educate Kavita. But I think here what is happening is I'm putting you. I have connected you on a phone line, and people are hearing you on the through internet or phone. And I think, but what I can do is I can give an overview because I know all the participants what we have today. And one thing I can tell you for sure is most of these members are well aware of Dr. Ambedkarite movement. And when I say that, it means like they know, like they have a basic understanding of annihilation of caste. But like if you have any specific questions, we can take a quick count. But I wanted to just let you know that everyone is well aware of at least basic writing.
I consider this fact that all of them they are agree on the point that yes, it is the basic purpose for which the Ambedkarite movement has been started.
Okay.
And then I'll start.
Okay, so let's do one thing, guys. If anyone doesn't agree to this statement, then please type in or speak out, because what she's saying, like the basis of Ambedkarite movement is annihilation of caste. If you guys don't agree to this, please type in or please speak out. Okay, so it looks like no one has replied so far. That means everyone agrees to your statement.
Okay, so I'll start. What is see? Actually, I'm the organizer of a Bauta Sangha Samiti, an organization which is working in Maharashtra, basically. And from that organization, I have certain experience with a broad view of Ambedkarite movement in India as well. See, basic problem which I understand before the Ambedkarite movement is the identity crisis which has arisen, and because of that we are divided. So before going further, I would like to speak on this point first. As you all know that it is because of the caste, especially like there was one statement that Mahar is Chamar or in UP. Okay, so it is kind of a division between a different castes, though they are somewhere untouchable. So in that scenario, I would like to have identity crisis there in from ancient era, and because of which this division is taken place. So basic question or basic problem with respect to identity, and that's why there were many efforts have been taken place to come up with some identity which is a common one, which can be acceptable to all. Okay? Are you listening, guys, or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we are with you. We are with you.
See, because I'm not. Who's the point? No, like, as if I'm talking only on that's the reason, because my way of getting interacted with the people is different. I had a two-way conversation has to be there. So, anyways, so that is the basic problem with the caste identity as such, and because of that, there were two identifications which has been carried out in our Ambedkarite movement, like Dalit, like Baujan, like Murunivasi and all. So the problem with this identity also, because of this identity also, we do not come together as a one unit, as a one, we can say, one group or a society as well. That's the basic problem as an organizer of PSS, I can see that. And to tackle this, we have worked on certain other identities. For example, a Buddhist identity which we came up with. And because annihilation of caste can be done with a Buddhist conversion, that is the basic, what we can say, purpose to annihilate the caste. That is the basic Buddhist identity. Itself gives you some unique identity which can be acceptable all over India, and that's why we can come together as a uniform society as such and can fight together. But hello.
Yeah, we are with you. No. Please go ahead, and let's try to understand over here. It will be difficult to for participants to concur or.
Because I'm very find it difficult that whether they are agreeing or just I'm talking.
No.
I have certain questions regarding this, or they are going to ask after this.
No. I think they are going to ask you questions. Definitely, there will be a lot of questions, but we take those questions later on. You have.
Can we go one issue?
So
one issue like this?
No. Whatever you have in your mind or whatever you have framed to speak now, please go ahead and speak it out in next 20 to 25 minutes. And then after that, we'll have the questionnaires. Will that work? Okay.
Yeah.
And then and the way we work, because see, everyone is connected to internet, and if 10 people speak at the same time, it will be a lot of issues to understand and coordinate. So that's why what we do is we mute everyone. You go ahead and speak it out, and then we'll have the questions. Okay. Okay. Please go ahead. Okay. And everyone is with you, so don't worry about it.
Okay. See, my basic purpose is to have a two-way conversation instead of one. That's the basic condition of mine. But at the same time, I would like to now the second issue, like as I said, first issue is with respect to an identity thing. Okay, identity crisis.
Yes.
Where the Ambedkarite movement has some problems.
Right.
And as I said, these are the different identities which have been taken place to solve that. And there are many who are not taking the identity of a Buddhist aspect. They are not accepted all over the India except Maharashtra. Okay, in Maharashtra also, only the Maha community previously who has been then converted into a Buddhist religion as such. Okay, and that way they have taken this identity and then they come forward with the new philosophy and the new society has to be emerged out from this identity. Okay, that's the basic identity crisis. And then second issue which I would like to focus in today's scenario, and that is the working of organization. There are three organizations, or four organizations rather. One is like SSD is one of the groups. Political is one of the parties which has been established so far, and then the religious one. So these are the three, we can say three types of three fields where these organizations are focusing on. So while doing certain work on certain issues, these organizations tend to interlink into. Means they are working in isolated form, in isolated way. And that's why the courses were created, and most of them, especially the what we can say are youth who are emerging nowadays, they are working like an NGO kind of thing. More it is like a social services. There is one, in Marathi there was one 18th volume was there in Ambedkar writing speeches, where it was mentioned by Dr. Baba that I am not a social worker, rather I am a pudari. It means I am a leader. So in that sense, in today's scenario, the organization is not working. It has certain kind of NGO kind of thing which is more immersed. And whatever the organization they are doing, they are in a very isolated form. So we need to have to interlink them. And not only to interlink them, but interlink in a right direction to have an effective goal to be achieved. So that is my second loophole. So that is my second issue where the Ambedkarite movement is facing certain problems with respect to this, and where we have to contribute. Thirdly, most of the organizations, they have not taken any kind of political stand. That which political party we have to focus into or we have to support it. So that is the third issue where the organizations have themselves called as a non-political group or non-political organization, because they don't want to have any connections with the politicians, because of that they are thinking that their organizational work should be vanished or destroyed if they have certain linkage, because the people who are working on the third movement, they have no faith in such political parties nowadays. So that's why they are trying to avoid the political stand. Actually, they have to take strongly, but they haven't. So that is the third issue where we have to look into and contribute on that particular thing. And fourthly, the most important point is to define an Ambedkarism, to have the whole literature of Baba Sahib to be read and interpreted in such a manner in what is required in today's context. So that has to be done by the youth force, and for that we have to have one platform where they can agree on certain points of Baba Sahib's thought. It is, because in the organization there are two kinds of problems two kinds of views which are coming into picture, and that is we divide because it is because of the leader's incapability. That is the first problem with organizations or any kind of political party which are arguing on this matter, that it is the leader's problem or incapability, and that's why we are dividing. He is not working properly, and hence we have to divide and have a new one. And second opinion or second view it is not whatever you are saying is not ambiguous. It is not involved in that factor, and that's why we are not supposed to have or join that particular group or organization aspect. And because of these two views, there is a more division than what we have previously. So, in order to tackle this problem also, we have, like, every person who is coming as a leader, he has certain problems with himself or certain incapabilities. But the thing is, the question when comes with respect to a philosophy or ambiguism aspect, so that problem at least we can tackle with that by coming together and have a particular line of ambiguity and define ambiguism. What is ambiguism and what should be our strategy, which has to be defined in a total scenario. So that is the fourth issue. Is it fourth issue? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I had certain other things which you can do, that is expertise. We have to expertise in each of the subjects or technology which is required to strengthen the ambiguous movement. Usually, our people, they are mostly involved in like other subjects which are like not so much important. It is just a matter of their bread and butter. So instead of that, we also focus on a subject which are socially important, like archaeology. We are not focusing on that. Then second, the history subject, whatever the art subject, in short. So we are not focusing on that also. So because of that, we need expertise in that field also. And the second is in the technology and the science, where the people can get independent, some economical independent things have to be created in an ambiguous movement. And what BS is, that is the Buddhist Sangha Committee, which thinks that Buddhist economic center can be created by way of taking only this identity and not other any identity. Okay, so these are the 4-5 issues which are more important while doing the work, because if we don't have any identity crisis, we cannot communicate. There are other organizations who are calling themselves as a Dalit, and they are accepting the philosophy of Marxism. Okay, so there are certain problems. They are not discussing on what kind of things which is not can be captured by the ambiguous philosophy as such, or Buddhist philosophy as such. So these are the basic things which need to be tackled, and that's why I thought that it is because of this different views, we are still dividing ourselves, and that's why the ambiguous movement is not going to be forward. Instead of it is divided, and that's why our energy, which is in isolation form, and maybe destroyed in, I don't know, because of that political power is not going to be achieved. Not any power is not going to be achieved if we are segregated, if we are fragmented like this. So we need one unit, one identity, and one program or strategy to be defined uniformly, which is applicable all over India. So that is my what I can say issues. And after coming to the discussion, then I will have some solutions also. But I will ask what are the questions you have, or whatever the other problems which another people might be facing.
Okay.
That has to be, and And lastly but not the least one, most of them, they are working now a virtual internet, virtual era. So field work has to be done by these people also. They are not coming into picture when the field work is there. So I already discussed the point of interlinking of the organization. So whatever the virtual organization or a field organization aspects, they have to be interlinked. See, this year we have celebrated Ambedkar Jayanti, and on that day, unfortunately, very few organizations are there which are working on field as well as the real issues of the movement aspect. And the literature also, there is no new literature finding in the what we can say, our book stalls and other book stalls. So what is the, I mean, why there was not so much literature coming into? It is because of the lacking of reading, lacking of working in the Ambedkarite organizations like this. So these are the things which I want to discuss on this, because I suppose all are youth and working in not having much background of Ambedkarite movement as because even I don't have so much background and so much knowledge about the Ambedkarite movement, and that's why I said in my reply also that I am not a speaker, I am not so much experienced there, and that's why I just, whatever the experience I share, whatever the experience I get in while doing certain work which I had done in a field work while Ambedkarite movement was from 2005 onwards. So I just shared my experiences, and from that experiences I faced certain issues which raised before me, and we have tackling on that particular issue in our own way. So I would like to know what are the views of your, whoever is online now.
Okay.
So I would like to have the discussion on this point, if they like, and then afterwards, after discussion, I will go for the another solutions which we have found for the as a DSS which we working in a field.
Okay. Sure. Thanks for kind of providing us a very good outline. And just for folks who have joined in little late, I will try to summarize it. And Advocate Kavita, please correct me if I'm missing anything. The first point you highlighted is we have an identity crisis, and you also kind of categorize what kind of organizations we have right now, and basically you categorize into three types. There is political, there are religious, and there are kind of organizations like SSDs, right? Social, yeah.
Social organizations.
And then you also categorize one more, which is kind of an NGO, which don't want to kind of correlate with any of these organizations.
Yeah.
And so as from a kind of proposing solutions, the points you highlighted is we need to define Ambedkarism as what it is, so that we all come under one umbrella and follow that. And you also mentioned technology and science. We are most of us are part of it, and we should try to leverage it to make it everyone more economical independent. And the final point, what I heard, most of us working in this virtual era, but we need to get connected by doing some field work, and we should be interlinked. So those are points I try to summarize over here, so that everyone is on everyone gets the gist of it. But if you want to highlight anything, please go ahead. Otherwise, there are folks over here who are eager to ask you questions.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to.
Okay.
The discussion is more important.
Okay. So Shashank.
You might be knowing the people might be knowing these things in their mind also. I mean, that's not the issue because most of them they might have worked or might have experienced these things.
Okay.
So open the discussion can be open.
Sure. So Shashank, you have a question. Please go ahead. I have unmuted you.
Yeah, Jai Bhim, Kavita, and Jai Bhim, everyone. So I have a question, Kavita. Let's say, kind of in a nutshell, probably what I understood is from your, talk that you are kind of trying to say the NGOs are probably kind of trying to ruining the Ambedkar movement in a way, not like totally, in a way because it doesn't serve the purpose of what Ambedkar movement is. And also like there was one, probably initially there was a debate I think I had with you long, maybe 3-4 years back regarding the same that why you guys are doing NGO and not participate in the Ambedkar movement. So can you kind of briefly talk on that? And I also read that book that in Marathi that Maharashtra Madhe NGOचा सुडसुडाट. I think that is a book. So how do you think that the people over here or anywhere else in the world who are virtually connected and they try to put some money and then try to help people and kind of we can call that as a social work, and probably you kind of wanted to give that name kind of Gandhigiri versus Ambedkarite movement. So what do you want to talk on that? Is this NGO or whatever work we are doing kind of ruining the Ambedkar movement because we are not trying to help the masses or kind of making a rule or something like that which can help thousands of people instead of helping 2 or 3 people?
Okay, I will answer this question. So basically, whoever is working in our field, they are not a virtual people. Most of them, they are not virtual. Okay, they are not having any communication to this kind of courses which are available nowadays. So it might be their problem, but the thing is, because of that, they are not communicated, and that's why the other organizations are not actually working in the field, but they have a capacity to communicate all these virtual groups, and because of that, whatever the sources, money sources or any other resources, they are traveled to some other organizations which are actually not working or helping to Ambedkarite movement as such. No doubt, to some extent, they will solve the problem of 1 or 2% or more than 100%. But that is a movement as such. And most of the organizations who are getting these resources, they are not taking a stand of political party as such or a political stand. And because of that also, whatever you have helped, which is calculated to this kind of organization, it will not encash in a political stand in any other state or any other power aspect. And that because of that, I'm saying this with a very conscious way that these organizations, virtual organizations for that matter, are not directly connected with the people who are actually working on a field. And that's why I'm saying it is a NGO kind of work which is going on. No doubt it is necessary, but it should be in a right direction. It should be calculated to them which actually needed this thing, and which has to be encashed also. See, I had one example in Pune itself while working. There was one group who is a virtual group also, but at the same time that 1 or 2 of them, they are working in the field also. And while doing their work, they have certain connections with certain Vihara. And there are few more Vihara which were joined by us, and we have come together with those Vihara to have celebrated only one Jayanti instead of being in isolation for one Jayanti. And at the same time, we have also encashed them into a political agenda and also other forms like religious, social, and all these things. But at the same time, the organization, the virtual organization, who is helping them, and 2 or 3 years, they are actually outside. I mean, they have connected with some other organization which is called themselves as a unlectured organization. But actually, because we working on a field, we know what are the connections, what kind of work they are doing, which is actually against the unlectured movement as well. But because they are getting that sources from this virtual group, and because this virtual group, though it is very honest one, but not having the idea what kind of work they are doing, because of that, the whole, what we can say, we are connected together, there is 2 divisions. Because we are not supporting them, we have disconnected with them. So if the virtual group we supported them, if by way of whatever the sources they have provided on the conditions, if they put certain conditions that if you have taken this, then only we are going to support you. But this stand has not been taken by the virtual group. Just they are serving. I mean, serving is not going to solve this kind of problem. So that is because of this experience, maybe I came to this conclusion. But there are other reasons also where I found that the resources, they are manipulated, they are not using in a proper direction. So at least whoever is giving help to others, try to find out whether the people, they are working in a right direction or not. That's the only reason.
Thank you, Kavita ji. Shashank, any follow-up?
Whether he is satisfied or not.
To some extent, I can probably agree. I will have to call you again probably after this meeting. The another thing is, I think nobody, the young generation, I think when I attended one seminar, there was, kind of a leadership. And then the guy was talking in Marathi that everybody doesn't think, he says like, I want to do a social work. Nobody says, I want to become Pudari or something like that. So, can you, in short, probably because I think a lot of people might have their own questions also, kind of, in short, you tell something about that, like, what is that, thought, why is not coming to the common people's mind?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to clarify one thing. There is a difference between a social worker and a leader. See, Baba Saheb himself is called as a leader instead of social worker. The difference between social worker doesn't take any responsibility of society. He may be taking responsibility of certain persons. 2 persons we can say, but not the society as such. That is the basic. And taking responsibility is the definition of a leadership or a leader as such. So that's clarification I want to give, and that's go ahead, the second question.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The next question is by Sunil Gautam ji. Sunil Gautam ji, please go ahead. I have unmuted you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Jai Bhim Kavita ji, Namo Buddhaya. My name is Sunil Gautam. I have a question about the conversion. Most of the conversion to Buddhism happened among the just now you refer like in Maharashtra, specific to this specific community. In fact, what I have seen in lot of remaining communities, other communities of our untouchables, still like they are aware of Baba Saheb, but still what they do is simply they put his photograph next to the Rama and Krishna photograph and just pray in the car, or even they are not aware of him. Still they are in Hinduism group strongly. So how we can, because what kind of work is going on in this direction to make them aware of?
see, aware of is most of the time is the communal behavior will actually convert them to that. And communal behavior is things that you, awareness is the first thing to get them aware of. Because I visited Kerala, and I thought there are many states where the Abha's writing and speech were not translated into their own language. That is the basic behavior. When we visited Dr. Ravai, who is governor at that time. So we requested to translate into a Malayalam language. So basic thing is for awareness also, we have to first translate all these things. Why I am saying this thing because in South especially, there was more leftist attractiveness there instead of Buddhism. When they have thought, even all over India also, in UP and all, they are also thinking that by way of conversion, the basic needs, the other things they might be not getting, or economical problems were not solved by this kind of conversion aspect. Even they are also thinking that because of conversion, also in Maharashtra, the caste will still remain as it is, though they have converted into a Buddhist religion aspect. But the thing is, I would like to give here a difference because of this conversion. There are lots of strength, mental strength, economical strength. All these things have been happening because of this conversion only. And there was a research paper which has been, I don't know when it was published, but it is written. I told you I had that article, but the conclusion of that research paper is that because of conversion into a Buddhist, the so-called Maha people, the previous Maha ones, they have achieved this kind of thing. If suppose they have not converted into, then they might have remained the same ST like monk in Maharashtra. They remain as a ST only, and they have not achieved the goal with, at least achieved the educational or economical some standards. But they haven't achieved. They remain as a Hindu caste, ST caste as it is. So that is the basic difference, and that's where I insist on converting rather than any other solution. We can discuss on this point in the next session. I would like to have how to discuss on this because there are many, especially South, which are more leftist, and they don't believe in Baba Sahib who have converted into a Buddhism. So only till 1956, we can say till 1955, they like Baba Sahib. Afterwards, they don't like him. It seems to be.
Okay.
Another question, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Kavita, there is one more thing. So, when we are talking about Baba Sahib and Ambedkarism,
the name?
His name is Sunil Gautam.
Okay, again Sunil Gautam. Okay.
Yeah. So, when we are talking about Ambedkarism and Baba Sahib movement, one thing is surprises to me because when I read the Baba Sahib life history when I was kid, I was so much charged of motivated. It gave me direction to my life. So actually, to my surprise, like Baba Sahib book like Buddha is Dhamma and what Gandhi and Congress have done to untouchable. These books actually, if happen to read by the people, they will actually become very principled people because the way the Ramayana and Mahabharata was fed to us, similar to that one, the Ambedkarism is need to be fed to us. which is not being done. And I am surprised because my previous question is like people who are not educated or not different sex. But among the educated people, lot of people are not reading this book, which making basically like they are not aware of real Ambedkarism. So are we doing any work in this direction? Because that is a very much essential thing. Because the next question, the last question I am going to ask you is going to have that information also. But any work is being done to make aware of Baba Sahib literature, Baba Sahib movement, because everything is clubbed together with Ambedkarism.
See, there are actually, I am talking with respect Buddhism or any other, there was Marathi that Buddha and Tathagama means the effect of Buddhism in future, likewise. So these are the books, and before that, revolution and counter-revolution. These are the three books which can be read together. Instead of separately, they have to be read together and interpret. And the second point with respect to Buddhism is most of the Indian states, like out of Maharashtra, now even Maharashtra, the educated ones, educated people, they are going for or attracted by an traditional Buddhism instead of the Buddhism which is supported by Baba. It is a meditation. I mean, sole responsibility is taken by this educated people and focus only on this meditation kind of thing. See, it is one of the parts, but it is not the whole and soul of Buddhism aspect that was defined by Baba Sahib. So, if you have to accept Buddhism aspect, we have to accept Ambedkarite Buddhism, which we call, and even Baba Sahib also in his interview has taken a name, Nagayan. So, we have to go for that, and we have to interpret the same thing in a new context, not a Japad Katha like which was there. So same thing has not to be repeated. Instead of that, in today's scenario, in today's context, how we are going to interpret it and apply these things to the today's situation, we have to do this thing. So we started Dhamma Varga in Pune at least. We have started Dhamma Varga, where we taken these things, that is Baba Sahib literature and Buddhism together. We read these things and we try to apply, and we also take Sanskar Varga. Sanskar Varga is the small kids which are there. We teach them how to behave, because see, in school especially, because we don't have our own school, so whatever the sanskars they have all Hindu or Christian stuff, because nowadays it is English schools which are going ahead, and especially in English school also nowadays there is Hindu sanskars which were interpreted. So many of them, they have this sanskar with them. So we have to cancel all these things, destroy these things from their minds, and have a new setup. So we have Sanskar Varga also. And many more activities we like to discuss on other. But these are through programs and awareness, both should be needed. Not only the awareness is not going to help, we have to have the activities also.
Okay. Sunil Gautamji has his last question, and then other main members are waiting, so we'll go to them. Sunilji, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Kavitaji. My last question is because the core Ambedkarism is going to be a basic flip for the movement of Ambedkarism in current situation and future direction. So, is there any any way we are trying to tell to the upcoming leaders or leaders who are from our community who are becoming the political part of political parties to adapt the Ambedkar as the first core thing in their heart, so that the direction will be very clear to them, and the future upcoming leadership also come with a clear cut goal. So are we educating the political class?
Mahesh will ask next.
No,
Right, your name?
it's Sunil again.
Answer this question.
It is yeah. Sunil ji is asking like he's related to educated mass. Can you please repeat, Sunil ji?
Yeah, please. The current Kavita ji, the current movement and the future direction of the movement of Ambedkarism or Ambedkarites clearly depends upon the Ambedkar Baba Sahib ideology. So the political class which are in the country currently from our community or from our Ambedkarites are most of them are not aware, or they feel that they need not to read the core literature of Baba Sahib, at least couple of books, to become what is real, to become aware of what is real Ambedkarism. And in that sense, by not touching the Baba Sahib Ambedkarism, they are losing the direction and they become useless, and we may lose the movement in future. That's what we said earlier. So are we doing any try to propagate or to educate political classes?
Is it a question like by using Ambedkarism also the political parties are not getting success? Is it your question?
Yeah, because political classes of our people, unless they understand real Ambedkarism, they cannot become successful leaders. They will be very short-lived. So are we trying? Is any
So
yeah, I'm getting his question. The thing is, the political success will depend on your social religious structure. If we are accepting this fact that we haven't yet developed, as I said, the first issue, that is the identity crisis. We are still facing this problem, and because of this, the uniformness, uniform society, uniform view has not created, and because of which the political success, the social success, the economical success, religious success, all these things, they have not happened. And but as the political vacancy, there should not be any vacancy in political line as such. So we have to fill up that gap. So if till that period, till we got uniformity, till that period, we can do that. Whoever is working in this direction, taking the issues of our people as well as the people who are downtrodden, all the people, and in a Ambedkarite direction, Ambedkarism direction. So if they are working in that particular thing, and at the same time they are in a active politics, then we have to support them till we have the uniformity. So that the political line should not be a vacant one.
okay, I think it's time to.
Strategies can be adopted. New strategies have to be developed.
Okay. We'll move to the next participants. They are waiting for a while now. Vinaya, please go ahead with your question.
Hi Kavita, this is Vinaya Kudragade from New York. I think the point, it is more like a discussion that I would just want to express my view. The way you started is with the identity crisis. I think I will go back to Ambedkar's moment where he when he identified the problem of this caste, right, and then he wrote Annihilation of Caste, and finally he found a solution in Buddha Dhamma, right, and that's the reason he he said, now to combat a very cruel religion, there has to be equally strong and pure religion, right, and that's how he gave us the legacy of Buddha Dhamma. I will go back and ask myself a question: had Baba Sahib been alive still, what would have been the next action that he would have done, right? First, definitely he embraced Buddhism in Nagpur, and we all know that he had plans to do it in Bombay, in other states, right? Had he been alive?
Yeah. After that, in many states.
Yeah, exactly, right? So definitely, first and foremost, we know that Buddhism is like a vast ocean which is like a purest in nature, based on humanity, based on all virtues, and hence wherever people saw that, oh, we have to, run, wherever these streams and rivers saw that we have to go and merge into this ocean, people started their efforts in various directions. And we know that our community needs help in every direction, be it political, social, economical, religious, in every direction, right? Now, that's a very good question that you are bringing it, that, what is our identity, and we are still divided. I would say because of this, when this ocean was unveiled and all these streams and rivers started running towards this ocean, it's a great moment that these different streams have actually started, right? Because they have started in various parts, and according to one's capacity and maturity, people are trying to do their work. Now, sometimes we are divided because of the real differences, because we think, oh, that person is something is doing, I don't agree with him, fine. We are divided. Sometimes we are divided even without reason. Okay, so that is something, still puzzling me, that why we are. Okay, anyways, be that be, we know that no effort, as long as it is constructive, can be demeaned. Okay, we are not perfect, but we are trying to be there, and as long as some effort in one's capacity is being done, it is good. Now, you were talking about this Dhamma Varga and Sanskar Varga, and you also mentioned that we don't have the schools. In fact, we have these schools, Buddhist international schools in Maharashtra, which is like a minority institute, and I was in fact looking for someone to have a Buddhist curriculum, taught in these schools. And if you are telling me that you have something called as Dhamma Varga and Sanskar Varga, then definitely I want to understand what is being taught as a part of, Varga, so that we can also adopt this in our Buddhist international schools. Because right now what we are doing, Kavita, is in this Buddhist international school is teaching our students Ashtang Marg, Panchashil. But it is more like a prayer where they just understand, but they just say it, but maybe they are not able to understand, right? Because there's no curriculum as such. So I would definitely, be in touch with you offline to understand more of these and, take them or accept them in our curriculum as well. So what I'm saying is, as long as we stay connected and taking a constructive direction, a step forward. For example, right now I came to know about this Sanskar Varga, Dhamma Varga, and I'm thinking of adopting it for these schools. I think there's meaning to it. There's meaning to it, and all of us will ultimately merge into this ocean where we will not have our individual identity. Then we will not be able to say that we are this or that or that. It will be the ultimate humanity will be our objective. And I would say that, a lot of times I see that our community gets into this discussion of criticism and, talking a lot about negativity, but I would say that let's focus on the positive thing in whichever way we are working on, be it political, NGO, anything, just keep marching towards this ocean and we'll get there. So that's what I just, because you said it was more of a discussion. I mean, I don't have any specific question. I'll be in touch with you offline to understand more about this Dhamma Varga and Sanskar Varga, because I was looking for something like that as a curriculum to be taught in.
As you said, we have a trust, Buddhist Education Society, which has started with a Pali and Buddhist studies.
Okay.
And these are actually the recognized courses, diploma courses nowadays in Pune University. We have started this one. We have our own Buddhist Education Society, a trust.
Okay.
And here, though it is affiliated with the Pune University, the syllabus is defined by the Pune University, but at the same time, we define in such a, sorry? Hello?
No, go ahead. She's just saying yes to whatever you are.
Okay. But at the same time, we also have one course with Nagayan. Okay. So at the same time, the traditional and whatever the Buddhist syllabus, whatever the literature of Buddhist is there in Pune University syllabus aspect, we also have undiscovered Buddhism. So that we have to compare both these things. Whoever wants to study it they have to have the compare one, compare studies.
Yeah.
That they will clear the differences differences as well as what actually the Ambedkar wants to have in the society and how to have that. That is also taught by our teachers. So that is where we are going to see. That's why I asked in the first discussion itself that we have not interlinked. Whoever is working in the field, they have lack of resources, and because of that, we cannot. I mean, we do move, but at the movement is very slow as compared to others. Even when I visited Kerala, there was one person, Mr. Damodaran. He was actually previously working with Kanshiram Club in DSP, but afterwards he moved towards Buddhist mission, which was actually a part of which was also taught by Bhavata. So that was run by Damodaran, but he is just taking prayer. But in what we have started, that is not only the prayer. Prayer is when the general people come together, we have one prayer, but prayer is not much more important than whatever we have discussed. Discussion type of thing, and the questions they face in day-to-day problems. How the Buddhism will be applicable in that particular scenario. Suppose any person whoever is having certain problems in day-to-day life, when we taught them how Buddhism is going to, which principle of Buddhism should be applied there. Like Samyak Ajivika is one of the principles. So how that can be applicable, why this should not be done? Because of this principle. So likewise, we taught them.
So thanks, Kavita. In fact, thank you so much for all this information. And I would definitely be in touch with you. And I think these forums where we are coming together, like Anna is having this Vihara. These are the channels we are talking about using, and you won't believe, like just like you, at least I have met so many friends, and the movement is going forward. So it will happen. And guys, just wanted to share with you, since we are talking about bringing it not just our community but also other communities. You must have heard of this movie Pandri, which recently was awarded the national award as the best film and best debut director. So this Mr. Nagaraj Manjule was here in New York. Okay.
It should not be driven by one community aspect. It should be open for all.
Yeah, so exactly. So we were there for last few days with Nagaraj, and he had such a clarity on Baba Sahib and Buddhism that you won't believe it. You won't believe, guys. So I mean, these people who understand the Buddhism and Ambedkarism by their rational mind, they will come, and it is happening. I see it happening.
Yeah.
And then you won't even believe that. Yesterday we have been interacting for last 3-4 days. And then yesterday he said that I'm from this committee, OBC or whatever. But we are coming together. And all we said was, he stayed with us. We were all together, hundreds of us in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. He's visiting. But people who will understand it will understand it. And so we definitely do not have to go in negativity and keep marching in positive directions, leverage each other, and continue our movement. That's what I would say.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I will look forward to you then.
Okay. Thanks, Vinaya. Thanks, Kavita ji. Anyone else has any other questions?
You can just call me Kavita. Don't call me Kavita.
Okay. Like just as a speaker, I need to call you Kavita ji. No, you.
Anyways. Any questions?
Yeah. So any other questions, guys? Okay. Actually, we have 10 more minutes. Is there any other comments, any other points anyone wants to highlight? Just a friendly reminder about our long weekend event celebration. And if you guys like, Mahesh has already sent us those details, but if anyone is interested, please reach out to Mahesh about a family get together.
The ending note should be there.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is, it should not remain as a discussion. See, because my organization itself is based in activities. So, discussion is the first step we can say to communicate. As I said, there are many people who are working in active field, but they don't have any communication with the resources, other organizations, virtual organizations, because see, we don't have media like others have. So we can use whatever the media we have in hand. So just not discuss the thing, but come forward for activities further.
Sure.
Then only we can say that discussion is fruitful. Otherwise, it is only a discussion, having discussion, and discussion.
Right.
So that's.
Right. Yeah. Anyone wants to share anything about today's talk? Okay.
Okay, so we are going to cover this thing.
This is what. Advocate Kavita, this is.
Like Vihara itself, or other mail, or what is the other? I mean, after this, what you should do always.
So this is what we can do. Okay. And let me kind of like.
You summarize it and then send it to by way of mail or online Vihara. You publish it or what?
Okay, so one of us will get back to you on those details. Okay, but generally, whatever we have a weekly session, we'll put it on our website. As this is what we discussed. Okay, and there are some things which are kind of like are available to all the members, but there are some restricted access as well. So first, like
I would like to one Gautamji and the last one, I forget the name, but whoever asks questions, can they intro themselves that they are working where and where they reside? I mean, little bit introduction of themselves, or you can send by mail.
Okay, I think let's do that. Okay, I will definitely. We already circulated your email address. You already circulated your details. Okay, and folks will definitely reach out to you.
I hope to.
Yeah, Vinaya, and then Sunil Gautamji and other members as well. They have your contact details, and then they will definitely reach out to you. But first, like I just want to kind of like thank you for taking out the time and coming over. And I'm not just saying formally, but as you introduce yourself at start that you are not a speaker and you want to kind of like
consider me as a friend.
Yeah. To have a discussion, I think that's a very good.
Because when we consider friend, then only friendly discussions, healthy discussions will take place. Not otherwise. If someone is someone is like one who is considered to himself as a superior one, then in that case it is not a discussion. It is just listening thing.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't want to listen anyway. I mean, listen, but have your own opinion.
Right.
And I would like to, communicate all of them, whoever listening these things, but not ask any questions, but at least communicate their opinion.
Okay.
If they have negative opinion also, I would like to share that also.
Okay. So sure, everyone is hearing you, and I think everyone understands that. This is a weekly session which we keep doing on. Folks do come forward, they ask questions, they participate. Whatever appeals to them, whatever interests to them, they wholeheartedly participate monetarily by spending time or doing some work. Okay, so but thanks again for coming over and kind of like highlighting these basic points as what issues you see, and not just like you gave the issues but also propose some solutions. So again, thanks for that, and thanks for answering all the questions folks have. What we can do as a follow-up of this is we can have one more session in few weeks or months where we kind of like have some constructive solutions when members reach out to you, and then we can kind of like go forward from there.
I have not discussed any solutions, but I will discuss this later on. Thank you from my side also.
No, you did mention about few things like defining Ambedkarism, and you said like to have economic independence. So
that is issues.
Yeah.
There are three issues, no?
Those are just the issues?
Yeah.
Okay. The way I got it.
I mean, certain organizations, they have their own definition of Ambedkarism, no doubt.
Okay.
But the thing is, it is acceptable to whole society as such.
Okay, sorry, I
If it is seen, no, you should not be sorry.
No, sorry if I misinterpreted, because like the way I understood it, what I understood as a solution, when I mean solution is, we should not just be on as a part.
Direction to the solution, no doubt.
Right. So, like when you said like not to have virtual participation, but to have field access, have the economical independence, and I was just thinking like those are kind of like proposals you are doing. Maybe those are not the details, but that's the way I interpret it. So anyway, I think thanks again for coming over, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience, Pankaj couldn't join today, but we will have them next week. So we look forward to again meet you same time next week. Okay, so
it is not possible. I will convey you what should be the.
No. So Vinay is asking like, do you want to propose something in 5 minutes as the solution, or do you want to come later on?
No. 5 minutes is very small time.
Right. Okay.
It is not that much fluent.
No.
Whatever I want to convey might be conveyed.
No, it's not. Don't consider like that. We are able to understand it far better. Okay, and the English is really excellent. So don't that.
Sandeep, I would like to say something to Advocate Kavita ji. Kavita ji, in order to interact more, face to face, it will be better if you can join online.
Yes,
so you can see us and we can see you, because right now there is a little communication gap. So it's better you can come online through the WebEx. That will be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we'll have one more session later on. Okay, so thanks again, guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a good day, have a good week ahead, and Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya.
Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim.